One celebrity got a reporter fired over his stupid questions, while another one stormed off, making the interview one of the most awkward interactions ever. These are the times celebrities humiliated reporters.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight.
Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
First up, we have Rihanna, who was asked the wrong question at the wrong place. You see, during the promo tour for Battleship, a reporter asked Rihanna about her love life, more precisely, her relationship with Ashton Kutcher. In 2012, there were rumors flying that Rihanna was hooking up with the '70s show star, but she firmly denied the rumors in most of her interviews.
A lot of the times you just want to hang out or have friendships with people, and just if they're famous, and I'm single, they're dating, and I hate that.
The reporter worded the question in such a cheap manner that would make anyone go bananas. While Rihanna initially seemed interested in the question, the moment the reporter mentioned Kutcher,
I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip?
her face dropped, prompting one of the most gangsta answers ever.
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think we've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a
happy
question.
and I'm single, if that's what you were really asking.
Disappointing indeed. That's how you deal with noisy reporters hungry for drama. Our next celebrity should launch a masterclass on how to gracefully deal with inappropriate comments and questions. For some reason, Jonah Hill is often a target of a reporter's bad humor, and one of those reporters is a veteran in journalism, Jimmy Kimmel. As part of the promotion for his movie, Hill joined Kimmel for a chat about the movie, his tattoos, and recent life happenings. However, the interview started on the wrong foot from the moment Jonah sat down.
First of all, you smell good, which is surprising.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think of a guy who would have a nice scent on.
Yeah, let me translate what Jimmy meant. I thought you stink, but I'm surprised you don't. By the way, thanks for coming to my show. Jimmy is lucky Jonah did not walk off immediately, but handled the rude comment with grace and composure. This is not the first time Jonah was asked a stupid question. This next reporter crossed the limit. See, while Jonah Hill was visiting Georgia Tech to screen his new animated series, he did a short conference with a local radio show. And oh boy, was it hard to watch. The interview started with questions about his weight, eating regimen, and challenges of staying thin. But when this reporter asked a dumb question, Jonah answered it accordingly.
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one. So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still? Or is everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
Kudos to Jonah for clowning the reporter. Now, we all know that Taylor Swift is one of the nicest celebrities in Hollywood, and she probably would not slam a reporter for asking a stupid question, would she? Well, one time, she clowned Nancy O'Donnell so hard that the video went viral all over. See, Nancy tried to use Taylor's colorful dating history to imply something scandalous.
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not gonna walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends.
That stare from Taylor Swift was enough to scare anyone. Next time, just stick to decent questions. Unfortunately, Taylor Swift was not the only pop star who had to deal with stupid questions. In 2002, Britney was asked about her then-boyfriend Justin Timberlake and what he thought about Britney kissing her co-star Anson Mount in the movie Crossroads. The reporter was evidently trying to get under her skin or get some gossip about her relationship with Timberlake. She got more than she signed up for.
I'm wondering, did Justin see the movie already? And what did he think of it?
Yes, he saw it and he liked it.
And was he a bit jealous, seeing you kissing with another boy?
No, it's just a movie. You're an adult, you should know that.
Ouch, that probably hurt. But that's what you get for crossing boundaries and trying to steer some drama. And that's coming from a 19-year-old Britney. The next interaction is one of the most satisfying to watch. Now, we've all dreamed about becoming famous and getting even with our high school bullies. That is exactly what happens in the next clip. Watch Michael B. Jordan as he completely obliterates a former high school bully who used to make fun of him for his name and called him corny kid.
And you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
Yeah, I would also try acting a fool and being oblivious to the situation. Maybe she fake laughed her way out of it, but Michael B. Jordan got the last laugh. But at least Michael did not walk off from the interview. That's what happened in 2011, when ABC's reporter Dan Harris would not take no for an answer. Talking to Paris Hilton, he tried to ruffle some feathers, implying that Paris's friend, Kim Kardashian, was more successful than her. Kim Kardashian was rapidly gaining fame at the time, so he thought it would be a good idea to rub it on Paris's nose.
Do you ever worry about your moment having passed? You want to wrap up?
Yeah, this is a great example that you do not have to take BS from anyone. Take a hint, Dan. She said no twice, and you're still going for a third round. Was Paris the only celebrity who had enough of stupid questions and walked off? No, a similar situation happened in 2015, which went viral and nearly eclipsed the promo of the Avengers movie. During the Avengers Age of Ultron press tour, British journalist Krishnan Guru Murthy interviewed Robert Downey Jr. Initially, the conversation revolved around the movie and the actor's career. Then, the reporter decided to ask Downey Jr. a series of questions about his past drug use and his relationship with his father. Now, for all those who are unfamiliar with Downey's background, he used to struggle with drug and alcohol use and legal problems. The reporter bluntly asked him whether he still uses drugs and drinks. Just by looking at Downey's chest rising and falling, you can tell that he was ready to fire back.
About your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in, the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether, you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing? Bye.
You know you messed up the interview when the actor leaves it in such a manner.
No, look, I don't want to do that.
And that is 101 on how to deal with stupid questions. If you think this interaction was heated, get ready for the next one. Trust me, you do not want to ask Mila Kunis an ignorant question, especially in her mother tongue, Russian.
И он начал говорить про это кино, когда мне было где-то 22-23.
During the promotional interview for the romantic comedy Friends with Benefits, a reporter asked why Timberlake, who was known primarily as a musician, was involved in movies, implying a sort of skepticism about his transition from music to acting. Mila wasn't having any of it and immediately slammed the reporter, causing the whole room to burst into laughter.
Зачем участвовать в кино? Ну мало что. Зачем ему нужно делать кино? А что вы хотите, чтобы он делал?
By the end of the interaction, you can tell that the reporter regretted asking the question, especially after being clowned by Mila Kunis. Since we're on the topic of reporters regretting their questions and trying to poke the bear, we must mention the infamous Joy Behar versus Matthew McConaughey situation. Now, Joy Behar is generally known to try and start some drama, which did not fly with Matthew, who dealt with the situation like a boss. So, the True Detective actor, who is known to support stricter gun control measures, popped by The View to chat about his potential political career when Joy tried to put him on the spot.
I will always measure what category I can be most useful. Let me go through this.
Do you think you could get
timeline.
elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is be playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
to give you a direct statement right there.
Well, Joy, that did not go as planned, I'm guessing. He really put her in her place. Luckily for Joy, she still kept her job after the interview, which cannot be said of Matt Lauer. While promoting her new movie The Proposal, Sandra Bullock sat down to talk with Matt Lauer on the Today Show. Sandra was supposed to promote her new movie, but it was hard to promote anything when the host was only interested in talking about your nude scene.
I watched it last night. It is a lot of fun. Did I mention you have a nude scene in this movie?
Pretty much from the time you opened your mouth. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock. Come back more often.
No, not after this interview.
And she kept her word. She never again appeared on the show while Lauer was hosting it. However, he was sacked not long ago after this interview for inappropriate behavior. No wonder. Unfortunately, Matt Lauer is one of many reporters who was only interested in such topics like nudity, or in this case, celebrity underwear. Yes, you heard that right. Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner were chatting with a reporter as part of the promo for The Avengers, when the reporter asked Scarlett whether she wore underwear under her skin-tight suit.
Were you able to wear undergarments?
You're the fifth person that's asking
Well, no,
that to me.
because
What is going on? Since when did people start asking each other about in interviews about their underwear?
She did not take this BS and shut him down really quickly. I guess someone needs to tell this reporter what the point of the interview was. Movie promotion, not a guessing game about her underpants. He was clowned for his questions and poor journalism. The same goes for Sandy Rinaldo, who tried to pull the rug underneath Justin Bieber's feet, but failed miserably. In 2009, Rinaldo interviewed Justin Bieber and asked him about his quick rise to stardom and growing up in Stratford, Ontario. You can tell from the start that she was skeptical about his success and tried to undermine him in some way, or at least kick up some dust. Now, watch a 15-year-old destroy a grown reporter.
That you are basically a product of marketing.
Okay.
That when it comes down to it, it's all the YouTube hype, it's all the attention you get online.
Okay.
Do you see yourself as a product of marketing hype?
I think that everything happened organically. It wasn't something that the record label was pushing. It was basically happened because my fans liked me.
She thought she was quick with that Lloyd Robertson anchoring CCTV remark.
Lloyd Robertson has come out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous. He anchors the national news on CTV.
I'm just saying there hasn't been somebody to come out and be known worldwide.
But Bieber completely obliterated her with his response and kept going. Someone should have told her she was interviewing a 15-year-old pop star, not a politician accused of bribery. Some celebrities, like Bieber, have a graceful way of dealing with inappropriate questions. However, others, like Tom Cruise, are not afraid to call out a reporter directly without beating around the bushes. In the infamous 2005 interview, Pete Overton, an Australian reporter for 60 Minutes, repeatedly asked Cruise about his ex-wife Nicole Kidman and their relationship, which Cruise did not like one bit. At the time of the interview, the two had been divorced for about 4 years, and Tom evidently did not want to talk about his ex-wife. Plus, Tom was there to promote War of the Worlds, but the interview went in a different direction.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children. I mean, how do you answer that question?
Now, one may think that after the first one, he would drop it and move on to something else. But did that happen? Let's see.
But Nicole was a major part of your life and a love of your life at the time.
I loved Nick very much. There's no question.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line, you know you are.
Yeah, I would also be apologizing if I was literally testing someone's patience. Overton knew he had crossed a line, and he was probably lucky he didn't get hurt, because just look at Cruise's facial expressions. That's a man ready to act. Overton was pushing for answers, and he was rightfully called out for it. But at least he did not lose his job, unlike our next reporter. During the same year, Tom Cruise went to London to promote the War of the Worlds, and it ended in a pretty humiliating situation for the reporter.
Yes. No, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Not only did Cruise gracefully take the reporter to task, but he also got him fired. By then, the reporter should have known that Cruise is not the one to mess around with. He obviously missed Cruise's interview with Overton. I mean, squirting liquid in the middle of an interview? Whose idea was that? It turns out, this distasteful prank was actually part of the British TV show called Balls of Steel, known for various over-the-line stints, which occasionally included celebrities. The reporter and his crew received so much backlash because of this incident that the network had to take disciplinary action. That's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more such videos.